Previously on Hunting Past.
And our HR, Dan, in our company, a handsome young guy. Today it seemed like he was trying to get close. He called me to his office for no reason at all.
My love,
You look troubled, why?
it's Ada.
What about her?
She came telling me about how she began to attract negative and positive attention at work.
Long as no one is harassing her. And of course, she has a good boss.
Yes, so, and recently, I began regretting helping Juliet get to work there with Ada.
Mom, something is really happening, and the real Ada will soon be out of her pretentious self.
How do you mean?
Ada has been in and out of the staff's office recently about HR.
Ada has been seen in and out of his office. I should go naked and get dancing like a mad woman. How does that even make sense? And why?
Let's get closer than we are.
Dan, you need to stop this and let Ada be. She's a young and vibrant lady. You shouldn't spoil that.
Oh, and that's why we should catch her young and fresh. Moreover, the game has just begun.
I will keep this record of our conversation I have with me. Ada must listen to it in due time.
I love you.
Mr. Dan.
Wow, I can't believe what's happening. Why would Dan resign? Ada should know this. But how come she's not making any attempts to disclose the reason? What would she have done to make Dan resign? See Dan, no? Ordinary office errand girl has got everywhere perplexed. Tell me about David and Goliath. Almighty Dan, brought down by a common office girl. Hey. Oh, if girls can be like this, many men will be sensible. I must try to know what Ada did to him. I don't think I will be needing this record again. I'll just delete it. Yeah. Oh wait, oh. Should I play it to Ada so we could laugh at it? And yes, this way, she would just open up about what betide that has got Dan resigning. This is exactly what I would do.
Hello? Ada, it's me, Dan.
Dan, you called at last.
You expecting my call?
Don't get it twisted. It's normal for me too. After all you said, you wouldn't think I would believe you just disappeared.
Yes, but wait. You had all that in mind too. I thought you hate me so much that you'd have preferred my absence and silence and take all I said with less concern.
Okay Dan, if you thought so, why then did you call me? For some lectures? Reminder of how much I hate you and how much a lead fellow you are?
Not at all. I actually called to say I'm sorry. I would have called a long time, but after all that, I knew I needed to give you some space to get emotionally balanced. Ada, I'm sorry about all that and everything I said to you. I actually meant them. But please, I just want to be friends with you. If you won't give me a chance to be your man.
So much has happened lately, and so fast, Dan. But you resigning baffles me a lot. What were you trying to prove doing that?
I felt you'd not be comfortable with my presence, and even if you would, I won't because I love you, and I didn't want to be reminded about my nasty past affairs with other female staffs.
Okay, I understand.
Thanks a lot, and thanks for not seeing me as repulsive as I thought you would.
Well, not everyone have a good past, yet, good or bad. What matters is what we do with those past in our present, while we still can.
Ada, please, can we meet?
Why not? We can. I will tell you where, through a test.
You're beautiful. Come get sense. come smart and they very intelligent. I beg your type no the market.
Thanks. And you sure are too.
Oh really? So where should we start from? You know what? This food can wait. I just want us to talk.
Yeah, well, I know so much about you. Likewise you do too. Except one I have been wishing to know.
Which is?
You know, I see people acting different in regards to moral living. It's fascinating how dark the mind can be to not feel irritated living so. I have always wanted to ask, what propelled you into such lifestyle?
Wow. You really think we should talk about this?
Why? You are not comfortable with it?
I didn't think you'd love to talk about it. Well, Ada, I haven't always been like this. Sorry, like that. Even I came out of school same way I entered in terms of my moral living.
I know a little of girls who go to school and never get choked up by worldly living. But guys, especially with how they think about sex, they see it as nothing because their nature makes it so, as there's no hymen attached to them beneath there.
You're really serious with this? Okay, that's true. But I assure you, there are more chaste and responsible guys than there are girls in school.
I won't believe that.
There is a real statistic which is that girls are usually more responsible and manipulative than guys in regards to a loose lifestyle.
Why say so?
Don't drift from your first question. I used to not be attentive to my alluring physiques, but girls won't let me be. I've been into some relationships, knowingly and unknowingly though. Now, don't ask what that means. However, I made sure every relationship I had were playing, and some of my friends had told me that these girls are not happy, that I'm making no moves to get them laid. But they may act like they are okay with it, but if I'm not careful, they will leave me for a fool who would lure them into it.
So meaning that they wanted to get intimate with you, but see you are not willing to.
Yeah, funny. That's what happened. But I never bothered because I wasn't even willing to get intimate with anyone. I wasn't sure I would be spending my entire life with. So it was healthy and easy to let go when they get going. And then I noticed that my friends were not lying, because it became obvious that some of these exes had been into sexual relationships before we met, and some after we met. While in a relationship with me were cheating, and I got to know later.
Oh my god.
Regarding how shocking it was to me then, it made me flee from girls.
Including those at the office.
Now, when I got out of school, I had a job and got ready to settle. I had been in a relationship with Debbie, who I was so in love with. I promised myself never to marry a girl who wasn't chaste, like I was. But for Debbie, I'd break such promise. Somehow she lied that she was when we met, but somehow I got to know. I still accepted her, believing that was her past. Well, I wasn't sure I wanted to be with her, but I did anyway. And then a day came while we were together. Debbie unclad herself after several funny moves and had me drunk. And I broke one of my promises again, to never get intimate with anyone I want to marry. I was so down, I felt so guilty and lost. And after then I decided she would be the only one, though I wasn't the only one. Well, I caught her in the act with another guy, who I got to know was her ex. I pretended not to see a thing. I got home thinking and immediately became the devil I was. Girls disgusted me. I disliked the thought of being married to a person you can die for. But unaware the ill they do to you behind closed doors when you are absent. Not knowing that I knew this, she came that same day, playing all good, and I decided to waste myself with her and with every other woman. I couldn't forgive myself, but I couldn't even pretend to look into her eyes without her suspecting. I knew something. I couldn't make love with her, even if I decided to console myself with it, to ease my anger before breaking up with her. Yet I couldn't hide it. She irritated me, especially with how she pretends. And I left her. But after my experience with her, I gave in to all immorality and decided to have fun, especially with every lady I could. And that I have been into, just as you know.
Wow, that's huge. I see. The mistake you did was being with her despite knowing what she was. That's why I stopped keeping friends and anyone close, especially with my gender, when I sensed any form of threat in them to my decisions and dreams in life. But there was this friend of mine I wouldn't let go, despite knowing she was drifting from what we decided to be. A day came that she setted me up for rape. I almost drank what she offered me, but knowing she had mixed it with sleeping pills after being paid by a nuisance. I sensed it, but I wasn't comfortable with how she offered it. There was only her little sister at home, whom she scolded anytime she came in. So she would stay outside, pretending she didn't want her disturbing us, and then asking me to drink like we were in a hurry, when we are not. I stood up and pretending to go home. She asked if I didn't want to drink. I said no. She became unsettled and tried persuading I stay and drink. Just immediately, the guy came in and locked the door. I poured the drink to his face with the bottle, threatening to hurt him with it. He was so desperate, till I had no choice. I pretended to be very weak and powerless, so he underestimated me. When he drew closer, I quickly kissed his head with the bottle, went for the door, never minded if he was dead. And that was how I fell deep into myself and found friends in my parents only. Though, with their advice and love, I still think outside the box, but made sure my every decision weren't misleading me.
Wow, smart move and good outcome. Your decisions after that is good. The world is a maze right now and it takes only the brave and smart to solve through. I also see how you wiggle your way through the guys in the company, but being in love with you, I felt I have done too many wrongs to deserve any chance with a girl like you. I loved you so much that I decided to let you be and not drag you into my messy life until I could bear to keep it in after trying to play the bad guy and still couldn't because I love you.
Well, it's good you have chosen the right path now.
Yeah, I guess we should get something to eat now.
Yeah.
Next time on Hunting Past.
Oh my god, Dan!
What? You again?